welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I want to make a very good dessert. French apple galette or apple tart or whatever you call it. It's delicious with a thin crust with a lot of apples on top. And it's pretty simple to make, much more simpler than American apple pie that I want to show you how to make in probably my next video or in a few videos later on. So for this recipe we're gonna need all-purpose flour, salt. Usually I use apricot jam. I didn't have it today, so I'm gonna use raspberry, but if you have apricot, it tastes really good. I didn't try it with this. Maybe it's gonna taste even better, so we'll see. We need 3 medium apples. I have one small, one large, so work great. I need butter. Butter needs to be very cold. When we baking, there is a science. So if something doesn't go right, like when we cook, we could fix it. When we bake, no. So you gotta follow the recipe. If the recipe calls for cold butter, butter needs to be cold. If the recipe calls for melted butter, it needs to be melted. Salt butter means room temperature, not melted. If you touch it, it kind of goes down. So for this recipe, we need cold butter, and also we're gonna need a little bit of melted butter, but that's gonna be in the end. But for the dough, we need cold butter. Vanilla extract, cinnamon, and sugar. So let's begin. All right, guys, we're making the dough. Here I have 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, and to this flour, I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And we're gonna pulse it. Oop. Okay. Okay. Then we're adding a butter. Here I have 1.5 stick of butter, and I'm just gonna put it inside the flour, and we're gonna pulse it until it becomes like a crumbly, like a pearl. So we're gonna see like a pearl size pieces inside. Okay, my mixer is very small, but I just didn't want, I was too lazy to take out the big one. So yeah, we'll do it with that. And now we're gonna pulse until it becomes like this. So all butter cut up in small pieces. And now we need 1/4 cup of a very, very, very cold water. So I put a little bit of water and I put a little piece of ice inside to make it very cold. So now, as I'm putting water inside, I'm mixing it. Okay. And I'm gonna show you consistency, how it's gonna look. Okay. Now start getting together, a little more water. Let's see. Yeah, almost done. If you don't have like this little thing on top, you could also open it and just pour water inside. It just, my mixer is so small that if I open it, that's it. Okay, our dough is ready, and of course I have mess everywhere, so please forgive me for that. I'm gonna transfer my dough. Here I have a plastic wrap, so I'm just gonna transfer it all here. Okay, like that. And we're just gonna put it together. We need to make like a disc, one disc from it. Just gonna put it together like that. So all the things are together, and we're gonna get it flat. Make it nice. I'll try to make it nice. Yeah, I will try for you. If I would not doing it for you, it would be not as nice. Okay, here. Good enough. Nice. And we're gonna cover it, and we're gonna put it in a refrigerator for 15 minutes, half an hour until we get our filling ready. Okay guys, so for our apples, we're gonna need 2 teaspoons of melted butter. We need 3/4 of a cup of regular sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, pinch of salt, and then when we're gonna assemble the tart, I almost forgot, we're gonna need the turbinated sugar. This. If you don't have it, use regular sugar, brown sugar, but originally we need that. So okay, let's begin slicing up apples, and we'll slice it to like thin slices like that. So we slice all our apples. Of course, Kobe's here because he wants an apple. Here, Kobe, please leave me alone. And we'll continue slicing our apples. Do that. We're gonna add a butter, melted butter, our sugar. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Guys, who doesn't like cinnamon? It could be made without cinnamon or with less cinnamon. Again, you're making it so you could adjust all the ingredients. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you don't have vanilla extract, you have vanilla sugar, you could use vanilla sugar. And like a pinch of salt. And we need to mix everything well, so I like to mix it with my hand. So all these apples get covered with cinnamon and sugar, because it gets stuck, like one piece could have all the cinnamon and then the rest not. So I kind of like to go with my hand and mix everything well. And we're gonna begin assembling our tart. We take out our dough from the refrigerator and we put it on the surface cover with the plastic wrap, and now we're gonna roll it. We just need to make a round circle. And don't be scared if it goes like that, because we're gonna put it together because the dough is cold and it's kind of breaking. But now as we go, the butter inside gonna melt and it's gonna be sticking together. So you kind of help it with your hands, just like that. So we roll it a little bit here, a little bit here, and that's it. Now it's gonna be already easier. So while the butter is melting, it's gonna be sticking together. It's not gonna break. And then we're gonna help with our hands a little bit at the end. Okay. Let's do it like that. Doesn't really matter because we're gonna fold it. We're gonna put the apples in the middle and we're gonna fold it. I think this is gonna be good enough. Yes. So now I'm gonna take my parchment paper. This time I'm gonna use parchment paper instead of wax paper because all this time I thought it's the same thing. Thank God someone pointed out. So now I know it's not. Okay, parchment paper. Place it on our baking sheet. And we're gonna transfer our dough to the parchment paper. And you know guys, I'm so scared that it's gonna stick to it even though it's non-stick. So I'm gonna put a little bit of a spray. So I'm gonna put a little bit of a baking spray in the middle just in case, because I don't want it to stick. And now I'm just gonna transfer this whole thing carefully over here, like this. And carefully we're gonna remove the plastic wrap. It's okay that it's overlapping because now we're gonna kind of close it. On the middle, we're gonna put a 1 tablespoon of flour. This is where we're gonna place our apples, like that. And we're gonna start placing our apples. Don't try to make it super duper pretty because it doesn't matter really doesn't matter. Just maybe we'll take big pieces and we'll put it on the corners, because my apples were different size. Maybe your apple's gonna be the same size and it's gonna look different. Okay, so we put big pieces and we just go around. We just make it like that. Go around and round and just continue going around until you finish with your apple. And then we put whatever's left on the middle. And whatever's left, like your sugar with cinnamon, the crumbles that you have inside your plate, you just take it and you put on top of your apples. So we'll go all the way to the end. I'm trying to leave my small, take out all the big pieces, so I'll leave my small pieces. Okay, like this. And then we take the rest of the apples and we just put it on top. Doesn't really, if you know how to make it really nice, go ahead. To me, it's the hardest thing. Like that. Nothing goes to waste. We're gonna make sure that's all our apples inside. All right. Okay, and we're gonna take all our sugar and just spread it around. See, this is easy. So guys, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna need 2 tablespoons of carbonated sugar. We need a brush. Here I have my egg yolk with milk. I'm just gonna mix it, and this is gonna be my egg wash. Okay, and we're gonna close our assembly like this, and just like that, overlapping. It's really, no matter how it looks, it just close like that. That's it, done. Perfect, perfecto. All right, now we're gonna take our egg wash and we're gonna brush it all over the crust. So our crust gonna be golden brown, and it's not gonna taste, it's not only that it's gonna taste delicious, it's gonna look very pretty as well. Okay, egg is everywhere. Okay guys, please forgive me for that. I'm like that. I'm a little messy. What can I do? And just me. All right, so done. This part is done. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our sugar. We need 2 teaspoons, so 1 teaspoon we're gonna put on the middle, on our apples. And 1 teaspoon we're gonna put on our crust. And just like so. Try to make it even, maybe a little more, just to make it even. That's it. And what we're gonna need to do now, we need to cover it with the plastic wrap or just with something and put it in the fridge for 20 minutes because we need our dough to be cold. And after that, we need to put it in the oven preheated to 350 degrees. So I'll explain to you when it's gonna be cold, and I'll see you in 20 minutes. All right, my friends, my apple tart were in a refrigerator for 20 minutes. My oven is preheated to 350. I'm putting it in an oven. It's from 55 to 65 minutes. Every oven is different. You're gonna be able to, when you touch the apple, how you know if it's ready. Apples need to be soft, and this is gonna be golden brown. So we're gonna monitor it together, and when it's ready, I'm gonna show you how it's gonna look. So I'll see you in and out. All right, guys, our apple tart were in the oven for an hour. So this is how it's supposed to look. It's beautiful brown. You see apples are ready inside. So usually what I do now, I use apricot jam. I didn't have it in my refrigerator, so I have raspberry. We'll use what we have. I'm sure apple's gonna taste delicious with raspberry. So you need 1.5 actually one's gonna be enough. 1 tablespoon of jam, any jam, and I'm gonna mix it with like 1 tablespoon of water. Mix it up, and I'm gonna put it in the microwave for like 20-30 seconds, so just let it melt and combine everything together. So I made it warm, and now it's much easier to mix. So now it's like 1. Smells good. Smells good. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just gonna take it and just put it on top, just to give a little bit of extra flavor. I think it's enough. Maybe mix it with a little bit less of water, because usually I use apricot jam, and apricot jam, it was thicker, and this jam is thinner, so I use the same amount of water. It's fine. So when it's gonna cool off, it's gonna lock up a little bit, and it's not gonna be so watery. Okay, all right guys, so now we're gently gonna move. I need help here. All right, we're gonna move our tart on the serving plate. Oh, my plate is small. Okay, fine, like that. And this is how it's going to look. My friends, are you ready to try it with me? I'm so excited. This smells so good. The greatest thing about apple desserts, when you bake it, the whole house smells so good. So yes, I'm cutting. And here we go. It's still hot. It's still hot, and it's still gonna be, you see this is didn't lock up yet because it's still very hot, but it's gonna be so yummy. And of course, oh, my ice cream is still so cold. Of course, we put a piece of ice cream, make it nice, be nice, on top. And here we go. A beautiful apple dessert is ready. You see, we have apples all the way inside, and our crust is very thin. And I just want to show you, we do have a lot of apples inside. Here was the apples right here, and that's a lot of them on the inside. And right now, don't be jealous, because it's gonna feel so good. It's no words. This crust is absolutely insane. You guys should make it. If you like apple dessert, nothing better than this. It's absolutely amazing. So please try this recipe. After you try it, leave me comments. Enjoy your apple tart. And again, oh, by the way, the full recipe and the ingredients is going to be under the description. Click that little arrow down. It's going to be under the description. Guys, subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments. Enjoy. Beautiful day outside. And thumb up. See you next time.
Best dessert I've ever had in my life.
So I guess, guys, raspberry jam works even better than apricot.
This is really next level. Like, next level.
And this is gonna be gone with probably 10 minutes when Daniel's gonna come up. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.